comes to platforming franchises, Mario is the one that reigns supreme, and it looks like Super Mario Odyssey will continue that tradition in about a half a year's time. Now that we've analyzed the worlds shown off in the game's trailer, it's time to move on to the most important element of any video game, the gameplay. Of course, Odyssey will be channeling a ton of elements from Super Mario 64, but that isn't to say there aren't some unique design choices in store for this new installment, namely, the controls.
Hello to all my friends at Commonwealth Realm, it's me, Mario, woohoo, mamma mia, you number one, ha ha!
In order to fully understand the significance of the controls in Super Mario Odyssey, we need to go back in time. Because you don't become one of the most successful video game series without some tight and fluid controls. And here to help me analyze the past Mario games is our good old friend, Dr. Wily. Take it away, Maestro.
Hello, you beautiful people! I hope you're all excited for Super Mario Odyssey as much as I am. I mean, clearly you are if you're watching this series. Of course, Odyssey is the umpteenth entry in a long line of Mario games, extending all the way back to 1981's Donkey Kong and 1983's Mario Bros. For the arcade. But the plumber really struck fame with 1985's Super Mario Bros., a 2D adventure that changed gaming forever. However, if you play Super Mario Bros. Now, it may seem like Mario controls a little bit more slippery than you remember, and controlling him in the air is an absolute nightmare. It's part of the reason why this game is so difficult without a save feature. Maybe it's just me, but that doesn't mean I want to go try lost levels again anytime soon. No thank you. Once we start moving towards Super Mario Bros. 2 and 3, things start to age a little better. Mario no longer feels like he's on some slippery ice, and players have full control over him mid-air. Heck, when one of your power-ups allows you to fly, it's kind of a necessity. This would then transfer on to Super Mario World, one of the greatest games ever made. But then, the biggest change in gaming made its debut in 1996 with Super Mario 64, boasting some impressive 3D graphics and an even more impressive camera. Controlling Mario in this game is not perfect, but it certainly handles way better than he did in Super Mario Bros., which isn't bad at all, taking into account that this is one of the first games to make it into a 3D space. Mario could obviously run and jump, as well as punch, kick, dive, butt stomp, crouch jump, and even triple jump. The last move was especially unique to Mario games, and still is to this day. And thanks to the Nintendo 64's exceptional camera controls, they took the liberty to put in an actual cameraman into the game, or rather, a camera Lakitu. Super Mario 64 paved the way for the next line of 3D Mario games like Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. It controlled almost exactly like Mario 64, but this time with a robotic companion named Flood. With Flood, he could get around to places impossible otherwise, thanks to the jetpack and rocket features. It was when Flood was taken away from us in these bonus stages that we truly began to miss him. Or her. I mean, I can't really tell. These bonus stages also left most of us thinking if allowing Mario to control like this was the best idea for the future. It honestly felt more slippery than 64.
Thankfully, the next two games, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, solved this dilemma, with a frame rate of 60 frames per second and full control of Mario and his doings. Even though we were no longer able to punch and kick, we spun those enemies on their heads and then took to the stars. These games left us in such awe that our expectations for the next game were tremendously high, and that kind of hurt some of us in the end. Keyword being some of us, because we know a lot of you like Super Mario 3D World, and we can't blame you. It has almost everything we love about Mario, especially when it came to the controls. Each character does handle differently, but they all feel good nonetheless, and the cat suits make the game 20 times cuter and turn us into spider cats. This game also featured the signature moves of the triple jump, crouch jump, almost everything from Mario 64 and Sunshine. 3D World was great. but we needed something more. And so here we are, in the year 2017, eager to get our hands on Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. Look at the way Mario moves in this trailer.
Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the spider.
It looks like Super Mario Odyssey's levels are going to make a bigger deal out of traversal than any other entry preceding it. Not to say they have never been, seeing as Mario Galaxy took place in frickin' outer space, but there's no denying that Odyssey features a completely new way to get around. Perhaps these levels will be designed in such a way for Mario to move himself in this new parkour style, with more ledges, closer together walls, swinging pipes, you name it. Wait a minute, swinging pipes? I knew it, I frickin' knew it, man. Miyamoto, you are not sly, why do you keep doing this?
Follow me, set me free, trust me and we will escape from the city.
On that note, if New Donk City isn't the game's hub world, it could be the first level and tutorial stage. Think of it like Mario's version of the Great Plateau from Breath of the Wild. Freedom to try out new things and make mistakes. Granted, even though some of these moves look new, they are more or less the exact same. Take this wall jump for example. Mario has always been able to do that in 3D games and even some 2D ones. In this case though, it appears Mario is sticking to walls better than ever before.
During the Japanese Switch presentation, they showed off more of Mario's moves in New Donk City. Starting off with his traditional crouch jump, backflip, butt stomp jump, the usual essentially. Although I don't quite remember him being able to jump higher after a butt stomp. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then it starts getting interesting the minute he climbs onto the lamppost. He grabs the ledge, then starts to climb up the post like a pole. I mean, he's got to pay off baby Mario's college tuition somehow. But wouldn't that be his own college tuition? Then he does a slightly new move that looks to be a different take on his dive. Instead of him going straight, he gains a little bit of vertical momentum. We can see him do that in the Mexico stage after he bounces off of the umbrella. The most interesting part of the showcase though is Mario's hat. He throws it like a boomerang and gains a little bit more momentum once he catches it back. As he throws it mid-air, he stays up in the air for a little bit longer. When he throws it again, it stays there indefinitely and uses it as a trampoline of sorts. This is seen once again in the Mexico stage as he tries to get up a high wall. When he throws it one last time, it stays mid-air and he jumps on it like a trampoline again. This is especially useful, as demonstrated in New Donk City, to get across large gaps. So why is the hat this powerful all of a sudden? Well, something tells me that it has to do with Bowser crushing his original hat. And now it's been replaced with some sentient being directly from a Rare game. Guessing will also use the hat as a means to attack enemies, with the means to upgrade it by visiting crazy cap shops that only take purple coins. Not only that, but Bowser's pimp hat looks to be an important part of the game as well. Maybe it's Bowser's own sentient being? Super Mario 3D World had cats, Super Mario Odyssey has hats. Makes perfect sense to me. Alright everybody, big thanks to Commonwealth Realm for letting me help with this video, and be sure to check out my channel by clicking here. I mostly do Mario and Zelda theories, and a series where I look at how Mario enemies changed throughout the years. So go check it out.
And before we go, we'd like to give a shout out to our following Patreon supporters: Transcended Sacred Courage, Cedric Diaz, Jerry Kaminsky, Rusty Caulfield, Eric Krochak, Zach Wurst, and Hannah Johnson. Don't forget to join our Discord community, The Realm of Hope, for some discussions, spoiler-free and spoiler-induced, on Zelda, Mario, Nintendo, and more. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos on Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Nintendo Switch, and other Nintendo franchises, please subscribe to the Commonwealth Realm and hit that notification bell to know when we upload a new episode. We hope you have a fabulous day, and we will see you next time on the Commonwealth Realm and on the next episode of Inside Super Mario Odyssey, where we talk about other possible locations that could appear in the game. Toodles!